I don't think I'm a huge anime fan. I used to be a huge anime fan back when I was 18. I used to be completely addicted to it. I used to watch it every single day. But then I went to Japan when I was about 20 and I just kind of lost interest in it completely. And I just stopped watching it. I don't watch anime anymore, but there's one anime that I keep going back to. I keep watching it every single year, at least once. And that anime is Welcome to the NHK. Now, I think most of you already know what this anime is about, but just in case you don't, it's basically about this 22-year-old Japanese guy called Sato, and he drops out of university, and he lives in this tiny apartment, and he gets money from his parents so he can pay for rent and food. He doesn't have a job, he doesn't work, he doesn't study. He is a hikikomori, which is a Japanese word for someone who is a shut-in, who doesn't work, who doesn't study, who doesn't really leave the apartment or their house. And then one day he encounters this mysterious girl called Misaki, who wants to help him break out of this kind of lifestyle. He also has a friend who lives next door to him called Yamazaki, and all of these things happen to him. For example, he tries making a video game with Yamazaki to impress the girl, and he nearly commits suicide by going to this island with other suicidal people. And then he tries making money off this internet game, which is kind of like World of Warcraft, and then he gets addicted to online gaming. And then he gets tricked into joining a pyramid scheme. Sato is a complete loser. He has terrible social skills. He hardly has any motivation to do anything. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He's not really good at doing anything. He's really weak-willed and he's easily manipulated. And I felt like I could relate to this character so much. It was kind of scary. It was a bit like watching a slightly more exaggerated, extreme Japanese version of my own life and myself. As I watched the series, I felt really motivated to try harder with my Japanese studies, to try harder to find a job, so I could save up money to go to Japan. I really didn't want my life to turn out to be like Sato's. I didn't want to become Sato. There's one scene later in the anime during the video game addiction story arc, where Sato sees himself as this 40-year-old, really overweight, balding guy who's still living with his parents, and he's still playing the same video game. And that scene, It really scared me and made me feel kind of sad at the same time. That scene really helped me stop playing World of Warcraft because I really didn't want to become like that. There's something strangely satisfying about watching a complete loser destroy his life. I think that's one of the main reasons a lot of people enjoy watching my videos, is because they feel better about themselves and their own lives after watching me and my life. And I think a lot of people see me as this loser and they think to themselves, hey, Daniel's a complete loser and he can still get girlfriends, maybe there's hope for me as well. And I'm really sorry to tell you this, but no, there's no hope for you. The only reason why I can get so many girlfriends is because I'm fabulous. Even though I thought Sato was a complete loser, and I didn't want to become like him, there were aspects of his life that I really envied. For example, he had a really nice close friend called Yamazaki. I really wanted that as well. He had a nice cute girl who was interested in him, and I wanted that as well. He lived in a cool little apartment that I thought looked really nice and cozy. Sometimes I feel fed up with living in the middle of nowhere countryside in a giant mansion where there's no people. Sometimes I fantasize about living in a bustling, exciting city full of life with my own little apartment like Sato does. I think Welcome to the NHK was one of the main reasons why I wanted to go to Japan so much. I wanted my own Yamazaki, I wanted my own Misaki-chan, I wanted my own cozy apartment in Tokyo. I wanted Misaki to come up to my apartment. We could talk about psychology, then eat ramen noodles together, then have sexual intercourse for the rest of the day. One of my main criticisms of Sato was he never took advantage of that. Why? What's wrong with him? Doesn't he have a sex drive? Every time I went to Japan, I couldn't find my Yamazaki or Misaki-chan. All I got was twisted, warped versions of them. Disappointing relationship after disappointing relationship. Where are they? They were supposed to be there to save me from this unfulfilling existence. I thought that if I went to Japan, all my problems would be solved. I thought everything would be okay, but life isn't like that. Real life isn't like anime. Even if you go to Japan, your problems are still going to be with you. They'll follow you everywhere you go, because they're all in your head. I think a lot of people are like this. They watch anime and then they think that Japan is some kind of amazing, wonderful, perfect country. And then they actually go there and then they realize that anime Japan and real life Japan are completely different things. Sometimes I feel like I was brainwashed by anime into thinking that Japan was this perfect, amazing country and Japanese women were these angels sent down from heaven. But after 6 trips to Japan, I don't see Japan like that anymore. I see it for what it is. I see Japan as just a country, just like any other country. It has its ups and downs. But since I've been there so many times, I've grown accustomed to it. It feels like it's my second home. I feel comfortable there, and I still enjoy going there. I'm still looking for my Yamazaki and Misaki. I'm not giving up on that quest. Maybe someday I'll find them. Every time I watch this anime, I become so emotional towards the end of the episode, especially when that guitar starts playing. The tears just start welling up and it becomes really difficult to hold them back. I don't think a normal person could watch this anime and feel the same way that I do when I watch it, because they just don't have those experiences of living life as a shut-in. They won't be able to relate to the main character or the stories or the themes of the anime. And that's why I love it so much. That's why it's my favourite anime, because it's just so damn relatable. It's not some flashy over-the-top story about dragons or ninjas and magic. It's just a slice of life story about a guy, about a loser who sucks at life. I'm 28 now, and I'm more of a shut-in than I've ever been before. I was unable to escape from my destiny of becoming Sato. Even after so many trips to Japan and Korea, I still ended up becoming what I was so scared of becoming. Maybe I should stop trying so hard to escape from this lifestyle. Maybe I should start trying to embrace it. That's not good. Oh look, he's just filming random rubbish now to make his videos 10 minutes long. No, that's not what I'm doing. No, of course not. I would never do that. Maybe I can do a room tour. So this is the second living room. This is where I sit. My cat also likes to sit on the same chair for some reason. I can't get him to sit over on that chair, even though it's the exact same chair. He keeps coming back to this chair. So this is the big TV that no one ever watches. There's a fireplace. There's a rocking chair, just there for absolutely no reason. And there's a sofa and a piano. And there's guitars, electric guitars. My sister plays them, not me. Oh look, there's Naruto. Oh wait, I remember this Naruto. I think my ex-girlfriend bought it for me. Remember Sayaka, the internet girlfriend that I never met? And these are really old speakers from the 70s that my dad bought. And yeah, I guess I'll show you a different room every video. That would be a nice way to make the video 10 minutes long. Something's burning.